You're listening to the best Radio VPS.
Metal-O-Mania on Radio VPS.
This is Fabian of Kings Will Fall, and Metal-O-Mania fucking rules.
This is Riley from Power Trip, and Metal-O-Mania kicks ass.
This is the Crypt. I got my headphones on, and your boss's balls in the fry, daddy. Must be hump day. Metal-O-Mania. Time to metal.
No! Words are bullshit! They're just useless sounds that we make with our stupid mouths.
Time to suck today's dick. That's what I'm talking about.
Hi, this is Oliver from Ginpad, keeping the trash alive, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania Radio.
little bit of Shark Bite for you to open up the show. That is our friends from the Netherlands, man. Brand new EP from them guys called Shark Bite, just like that song was called Shark Bite. Shout out to those guys. We love you for sending over the audio clip we stuck in there, man. We're going to talk to those guys, have them on the show for you at some point. But a little Shark Bite to start off your hump day this week, you guys. Thank you very, very much for hanging out with us here at Metal-O-Mania. We're so glad to have you. And it's going to be a good show tonight. We got a really good show in store for you. In the second hour of the show, we're going to be talking with Infernäl Mäjesty. Got a brand new album out called No God. It is fantastic. Of course, they're veterans of the scene, been around for a good little bit, and we're looking forward to talking to them. So that's a little bit coming up later for you tonight. We are going to be unveiling our friends of the show. Hangman's Park got a brand new song, you guys. Shout out to those guys. We love them. They're our buddies over in Washington State. And sent me this cool t-shirt, which of course I love and I appreciate. And look, it even fits, you guys. You're right, pre-shrunk, the way to go. But but we love you guys, man. Thank you for hanging out with us, man. We got a really good show in store for you. We're going to play some really kick-ass jams, some good stuff, some new stuff. And we're going to talk to you about quite a few things as we get through the show tonight, man. Starting with, let's get this radio station off the ground, you guys. It's starting to pick up the pace, which is making me happy. But spread the word, metal-o-mania.com. We want to get as many people in there listening, man. We got a 24/7 gig for you guys now. I do want you to pay attention to how we've laid out the format for it, though, because it is very formatted. You know, based on, you might not like every show on our station. You know, if you're a metalhead like me, you know, you'll like it all. But, you know, I promise you that there's a block in there for you, though. If you're a fan of hard music, a fan of heavy metal, you know, we got blocks that are intended for old school stuff, new school. You know, we got Gonzo's show, the Inexhaustible Quest for the Cosmic Cabbage that we run. And he's fucking hilarious. You know, we love Gonzo. Shout out to my man Gonzo. We're going to talk about him again in just a second. We got big news coming up for his show as well. But, you know, I got to tell you. You know what, even let's start the show. I got to tell you guys how metal saved my day today. I woke up this morning to an email informing me that I owed my internet company $900 for 1 month of internet. 1 month of internet, $900. Yeah. Oh, made me sick. I was going to throw up on myself, you know. So I was losing my fucking mind, to be honest with you. I was like, how is that possible? You know, we use a lot of internet. I won't lie. We use a lot of internet for the show, especially now that we got the radio station going. You know, we're always downloading content, downloading images, downloading music from our promotional buddies that are sending the stuff over. Keep them coming, you guys. We love all that. But come on, man, $900 fucking dollars. I don't care if I was making Kelly LeBrock in my basement, Weird Science style. There's no fucking way I should be paying $900 for 1 month of internet when other people have unlimited internet for like $60 a fucking month. You know what I mean? So I started the day off by cussing them fuckers out and telling them to get that shit out of my house. You know, I will say, I don't know what I'm legally allowed to say, but I'll tell you this. My opinion is that Exceed can suck an elephant's cock in a dirty truck stop bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Fucking unbelievable. So I got them out of my house. Had to pay an early termination fee and everything. You know, and that all started with their technician lying to me in the first place. It's a big fucking mess. So anyway, the point I'm making is I was in a pretty foul mood earlier today. And even up to a little bit before I left to come to the studio, just, you know, because that's a huge bite to take in the ass. But you know what it was that kind of spun my day around, actually, is my man Bongwood. My man Bongwood I talked to a little bit earlier, and I kicked on the hardcore show that Bongwood has produced for our show, for our radio show. And I'm going to tell you guys, it's so fucking good, man. It's so fantastic. The video hour that he put together, he'll play the video hour of it on Sunday this week coming as well. We'll rerun that for you guys. And then he follows it up with some music. And it's so good. I mean, I'm so proud to be associated with it. We love Bongwood. Thank you so much, buddy. And as you can see, speaking of Bongwood, he's not here with us tonight, and that is because he is working his ass off, literally selling that ass for some extra cash over in D.C., and we appreciate that. So if you guys have ever wanted to tap Bongwood's ass going over to 14th Street in Washington, D.C. right now, and you can pony up. But anyway, the point I was making is, you know, I started watching the Bongwood show, and you know, from there, that kind of raised my spirits a little bit because I'm so happy to be involved with the team that we got growing around us, man. You know, with Scully, my man Reg in the house tonight. We love you, sir. Thank you for everything you do, man. Brian, who just left, one of our producers, I love him. He's so supportive of our show and what we're doing here that it's just, you know, there's been times when I doubted what we were doing ourselves, and all these people, the team that we have, is just so fantastic, and I'm so appreciative of it. So then, of course, I talked to Bongwood for a little bit, and then I talked to our guy Gonzo. You know, and I don't know if you guys have been following the Gonzo show, man, the inexhaustible quest for the Cosmic Cabbage, every Monday through Friday, and we're changing it up. You know, we're growing into it. We just today expanded our ability to put more music into the system, so we're growing it as we go. So please hang with us as we do. I promise it'll be worth it. But we just found out today that we've made inroads to Mr. Big. You know, I don't know how many of you guys out there, old school metalheads like me, you know, Mr. Big, Billy Sheehan, fucking Paul Gilbert, you know, legendary status type folks. And our man Gonzo is going to be talking with those guys coming up, man. We'll keep you posted on the details as they come in. But very good news. We're very excited about it. I'm very happy for Gonzo. Of course, Gonzo loves those guys, so I think he's been walking around with strong like bull erection all day long today since he found out that is on the horizon. And we love him for it, you know. And again, you know, Gonzo being a part of the team, man. I love all these guys that we're putting together to help make this thing grow. And I appreciate them. And, you know, I'm lucky. You know, yeah, I got fucked in the ass this morning by the internet people. But at the end of the day, here I am playing some metal for all my people out there. And, you know, can't ask for much more better than that. So we are excited to do it. We are excited to be here. A couple of news updates real quick before we get on to some more songs. Unfortunately, the Mike Howe interview with Metal Church, we've missed each other twice. And once was because he was having Skype issues on his end. And once was because there was 5 drops of rain happening outside of my house. So my shitty $900 a month internet wasn't working. So we have backed that up. We are in contact with Mike Howe. They're doing a couple of weeks on the road right now. He's going to hit us as soon as we get back. We're going to get that interview done and we'll get it available for you right away. And thank you for hanging out with us and waiting for that. But we are excited to do that. Mike Howe, of course, is a metal god to me, so I'm very excited to get that done and taken care of. And also, we're going to be talking to Infernäl Mäjesty tonight, later in the show. Again, kick-ass motherfuckers, been around a long time. Looking forward to talk to them. So let's get our bearings straight in the studio. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Very glad to have you. We got some great music we're going to kick into your heads tonight, starting right now. Well, starting with Grindpad a minute ago, but continuing right now with Black Reaper, man. These dudes are out of Slovenia. We got some Slovenian thrash coming out. A brand new debut album from these dudes called Blood Moon Rising, and I got to we're going to be talking to them coming up, actually. They are also a band. We've been in communication with them. We're going to do a Skype interview with them soon. We'll get it out there for you as soon as we talk to them. And, man, these dudes should reinstall your faith in metal because they're so fucking young. Of course, I'm old, but they're young, they're heavy, they're killing it. And let's listen to some of it right now, shall we? Black Reaper, Psycho. Thank you for hanging out. We'll be right back.
Flesh
the future state of metal is looking good with dudes like that out there just killing it, man. Killing it. You see how young that dude looked? Oh my God, it makes me feel so old. So very old, but it's all right, man. It gives me hope. It gives me faith. Speaking of hope and faith, man, did I learn a lesson this week, you guys, in marketing. I was humbled and I guess slow to realize something I should have realized a long time ago. I used to bartend, so you'd think it's the golden rule of bartending is to put a chick behind the bar, man. If you want to sell liquor at your bar, put a chick behind the bar. A chick is behind, and I'm sorry, I hope this doesn't sound, well, I don't care how it sounds because it's a fucking fact. It is what it is. But if you put a female behind the bar, you're going to sell more liquor. You're going to have more people at your bar. It's going to go crazy. So, we had been talking for weeks now about setting Scully up with her own Facebook page. She does a lot of our reaching out to bands. She does a lot of our scheduling. My brain doesn't work that way. I'm kind of like, yeah, more, give me in, talk to them, and let's do this and that. And she puts it all into, something you guys can fucking identify with, because I wouldn't be able to do that. But what's funny about it is we finally set up the Scully page. And holy shit, man, you guys are pervs or something, because she generated more interest in 24 hours than me, Bonewood, and Gonzo were able to do in 3 fucking weeks. I'm not kidding, man. Bands are hitting her back. They're fucking, people are, I can't tell you how many people just, hi, Scully, how are you today? And stuff like that. And I'm like, you little motherfuckers, I swear to goodness. But she's like, you're jealous, aren't you? No, I love it. I think it's great. Anything we can do to get the word out there. I just wish we'd done it sooner, I guess. Jesus Christ. But I guess I underestimated the titty factor, and it's a lesson I picked up this week in marketing that I will not soon forget, because, man, we put Scully out in front and center, and everybody came running. So we appreciate that, Scully. Thanks for all your hard work. And, of course, she does that while listening to me all week long and working another job all week long. And, we work her to death, and we appreciate what you do, honey, very much. And we appreciate that your Facebook page is now blowing the fuck up for the radio station, and we're going to keep on doing that. Keep watching. Summer's coming. I'll try to talk her into doing some bikini shots for you guys. Hey, it is what it is, but... But again, we want to thank you guys for hanging out with us at Metal-O-Mania, man. And we really want to impress upon you the importance of joining us for this radio station endeavor. I was a little nervous, to be honest with you, when we first started doing it because, all right, let's go back to starting this show. The first time we ever did one of the episodes of Metal-O-Mania, we had 12 fucking viewers, 12. And I went home like, I don't know if we're going to keep doing this thing. And, of course, now it's gotten a hell of a lot better, and we get more of you guys hanging out with us every single week, and we appreciate that. And now we decided, let's up the ante. Let's up the ante, man. Instead of just 2 hours a week of Metal-O-Mania, let's go 24-7. I just read an article this week about how, so many people are getting sick and tired of the same old, watered-down, radio-friendly, pop, whatever the fuck you call it, music that's out there. And people they're looking for something real. And that's what Radio VPS provides for you, by the way. Whether your interest is hip hop, whether it's rap, whether it's metal, we bring you what's real. We don't sugarcoat it. We don't fucking, we don't censor it. We bring it to you pure, uncut in the fashion that the artist intended it, right from the fucking street or the basement or the garage or wherever the fuck it is that they made it. And that's what the people hunger for. And it was that belief that has brought us to where we are here now at Metal-O-Mania, man. And you guys prove us right every single week for hanging out with us, man. And we love you for it. So let's keep on doing this thing, man. Let's grow it and grow it. Grab a friend. Tell them to tune into the radio station, man. Watch our show. Listen to Gonzo's show. Like I say, Gonzo's show. We're going to... Our daily schedule right now, we got Gonzo with the Inexhaustible Quest for the Cosmic Cabbage from 5 to 9 a.m. And he plays party metal. He plays good time rock and roll. He loves Paul Gilbert. He loves Van Halen. He loves Scorpions. He loves, Steel Panther. He loves the classic stuff, man. And not to mention, did I tell you, he's a great dude. And he's funny and he's personable. And you should be hanging out with him as much as you can. And then we go from there into the old school best hits from 9 to noon every day. We got a nice 3-hour block for you. And that can be... one day it might be old school Violence and early, like the early thrash scene from San Francisco in the 80s. The next day it might be Deep Purple and shit like that. We like to keep it loose. I don't like to put a bunch of hardline rules and shit on it, but, check it out. Hopefully there's something in there for you that you'll enjoy. every day from noon to 4. That's when we got the new wave of old school metal. And that's not just thrash. That's the you know, in my opinion, there is literally an influx happening right now of new metal that's kind of a nod to the old school stuff, but with a fresh angle to it. And it's what's re-energized our scene. It's what's, you know, giving us the lifeline that we got right now, man, because the metal scene is blowing up again. You know, bands like Power Trip and, you know, Kings Will Fall, and we talk about them every week, Eyes of the Living, and, you know, Hangman's Park, and, you know, all these guys, man, they're out there putting a fresh spin on things, and it's worth checking out, and it's an exciting time for metal. So hang with us. We're going to bring you the newest, the best, all that shit. And on our radio station right now from 4 to 8 every day, we kind of got a hard rock metal mixture going on. You know, check it out. Hopefully that you'll like it. And then the Metal-O-Mania 8 to midnight every night. And that's the shit we play here, which is pretty much a blend of all kinds of things hard, mostly new stuff, you know. Hopefully you like it, and hopefully that's why you're hanging out with us, man. So listen to the radio station, spread the word, tell a friend. You know, we want to keep it available to you guys, you know, so, but that does require listeners, and it is growing, so I'm becoming more and more optimistic. But at first I was like, oh shit, I don't think anybody's listening to the fucking station. And it's a lot of fucking work for nobody to listen. So tune it in. Give us a chance to steal your ear for the day. I promise we'll make it worth it, man. We got good jams and good contacts. And like I say, Gonzo's talking to some pretty cool bands coming up. It'll be worth your time. And on that note of what's worth your time, let's jam some more jams, shall we? Enough of me bullshitting. Let's jam some shit. Well, up next, we got another debut. And again, I am playing some debut after debut after debut tonight because the metal scene is blowing up again, man. You know, there's brand new bands popping out of the woodwork that are worth listening to. And right now we got another one from the UK. The band is called Rift. Their brand new album is called Super Killer Fragile, which I think is cool. And it just came out last week, man. Thrash metal is alive and well in the UK, and it's alive and metal here at Metal-O-Mania. Let's listen to Rift, Diminish, and we'll be right back.
Set the trap, none shall pass this way.
motherfucking rift from the UK badasses, man. Super Killer Fragile. Check that album out. I actually picked up my copy earlier this week, man, and I have played it several times. But, you know, that's actually the one unfortunate side effect of doing this show is we've got so much music coming at us right now, man. I feel like with all the songs shooting in my face, man, I feel like a porn star, you know, just getting like ropes shot all over my fucking head and neck and chest and shit. You know, I'm just like covered in steaming piles of new stuff, you know, and I'm not bitching, I'm just saying. But, you know, when you get a good album that you really want to listen to several times, it's hard to find the time to continue to listen to it. And what I have found is several of these songs, while I love them upon first listen and second listen and third listen, some of the stuff, man, the more you listen to it, the more you like it. You know, like, I'll be honest with you, the Eyes of the Living album, my first listen was, holy shit, this is a badass album. But honestly, at this point, it's so much better than I even realized in the first time, man. Because, you know, as you listen to it and become more familiar, that hook there and that switch there and that well-timed, my buddy Duff, rest in peace, I love you, Duff. Always thinking of you, man. But my buddy Duff used to say, I like my metal to have, oh shit, I did just escape my brain. It was crunchy chaos. I like my metal to have crunchy, concise chaos. And I think that's very, very real. That's, what we all want when we're metalheads. We like it. You know, you like that kind of crunchy, crisp. No, that's what it was. Crispy chaos, excuse me. I want my metal to have crispy chaos because the crispness of the change-ups, but then the aggression and all that together, that's what makes metal awesome. And I got to tell you, like I said, the Eyes of the Living album, even better upon further listen. So keep on spinning it through your disc and through your head. But on that front, Flamin' Wreckage is one of those bands, man. Up next, we got some Flamin' Wreckage for you. And this is actually the second song we will have played off of their new album, From Flesh to Dust. It's a sophomore effort from them. They're right out of Australia, right from down under. And I was actually going through my music this week, going through all the new albums that we've been getting, looking for stuff that I wanted to definitely play on the radio, on the show this week, and on the radio station, actually. But, I came across the Flamin' Wreckage album again, which I had listened to a couple of times, chose a song, played it on the show, and then shuffled it away, I guess, kind of. And, man, it's deserving of so many more listens than that. And the more I listen to it, the more I like it. I've listened to it quite a few times this week. Why don't you go ahead and check some of it out right now, man? So, right from Australia, let's check out some Flamin' Wreckage, Bloodstained. deserving of another listen, man, because I'm going to tell you that album is just truly, it's called Flesh to Dust, From Flesh to Dust. Great listen. I want to take a quick opportunity also, though. I want to thank you guys, man, because as you know, if you follow the show or follow our station or whatever, or just follow me on Facebook, I had knee surgery a couple weeks ago. I'm not going to bore you to death with it. I know I probably drove Bonewood crazy last week on the show about it, but I just want to thank you guys, though, man. A lot of you guys have reached out, and guys and gals, have reached out to ask me how I'm doing, check on my recovery, and I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. And it's better. It's better every day. If Scully would stop kicking me in my fucking knee every day, it would be quicker of a recovery, but, she's evil like that, which is probably why you bastards love her so much. It's certainly why I love her so much. But, again, thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight, man. Metal-O-Mania, 36 episodes. Tonight is our 36th episode. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool, man. We're moving towards, we're going to do something special for you on 50th. We did on the 25th episode, we did the Taking You Back to Metal School, where we talked about the history of certain genres and that sort of stuff, which I'm still very, very proud of that episode. If you have not seen it, you should go through the archives on demand at Radio VPS and check it out. Very, very proud of the work we put into that. Bonewood and I worked our butts off on that one, and it turned out pretty damn good. And again, Bonewood show on Sunday. He's going to have a kick-ass show again, man. Check it out. Bonewood's Hardcore Matinee. Worth your time because it's good stuff. And you're going to like that. You're going to like Gonzo's show. And you're going to like, I'm going to do my best to keep putting pictures of Scully out there with less and less clothes for you guys because I know it sounds terrible. We're going to horror for the show. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, love. I'm kidding. But we're having a good time in the studio tonight. I do miss my man Bonewood. I wish he was here with me, but he is again working over on 14th Street, selling a little bit of. I don't know how else to describe it if you can't figure it out from that. But what else is on tap? We got a ton of fucking interviews coming up for you guys, man. And I got one of my favorite things about doing the show is the interviews, man. We've made inroads with so many bands that way. I feel very fortunate that we were able to talk to Riley with Power Trip a couple of days before Nightmare Logic came out. And as many of you know, that album is being talked about for Album of the Year across the metal universe. We were able to talk to Eric from Replicire right as Do Not Deviate was coming out. And that album is, Loudwire's choosing it as one of the albums of the year. And we do here as well at Metal-O-Mania. And, I really love that about the show. And I've had a lot of people reach out to me on Facebook asking me, do you only play well-established bands or and no, not at all. I have just as much joy in, talking to some up-and-coming bands, like the Hangman's Park guys, for instance. Those guys right here. They're up-and-coming. They're just now getting it going. The momentum's starting to build, you know what I mean? And I love being anything we can do to help that happen. You know what I mean? I want this show to represent that, man. We want to help you get those guys from where they're making their music and to where you can hear it so they can share it with you guys, man. That's kind of the role that we really wanted the void we wanted to fill by doing the show in the first place. And don't get me wrong, I'm super excited to talk to Mike Howe. We've been doing in the music business for a long time. I'm super excited for later tonight when we're going to talk to Infernäl Mäjesty, who have been doing it for a really long time. I do love to talk to the veterans that are established as well, but man, don't be afraid to reach out to us. If you got something, if you're onto something and you share it with us, we're going to check it out. And if we feel that it's worthy of getting out there, man, we're going to get out there and share it for you. So do not hesitate to reach out to Scully or I or Gonzo or Bonewood or, I don't know, open your window and yell out and hope I hear you, whatever the fuck your method might be. I'm not going to tell you how to do shit, but get it to us, man. We'll check it out and we'll get it out there. Like I say, the Hangman's Park guys were like, hey man, what are the chances you guys might want to check out our shit? They sent it over. We dug it. We love the way those guys sound. They got a real uniqueness to them that we appreciate about them. And that's why we're going to play another song from them later for you tonight. Looking forward to it. But for now, speaking of all the interviews we have coming up, and maybe we'll talk to the Hangman's Park guys again as well. But Freakings, a band called Freakings out of Switzerland. Swiss thrash, just it rolls off the tongue actually, it sounds like it should sound, But they've got a brand new album called Toxic End, which is their third album. We have talked to them as well. We're probably going to do a Skype interview with those guys off air. We'll cut it up, put it on there for you guys to check it out. Very cool guys. If you've watched any of their videos, you can tell they seem like pretty fun dudes. We are looking forward to talking to them. This will be our second song we're playing from the new album because we are big fans. Check it out right now. Freakings, Thrash Will Never Die. Well, when you're right, man. Thrash will never fucking die. You can't argue with the goddamn truth, right? Those dudes are fucking pretty badass, man. I really like the Toxic End album. Second or third song we played from them. I don't remember. You'd have to ask Scully. I don't keep things in my brain so easily. I spent a good deal of my youth smoking my memory away, to be honest with you. Some hard-earned cash was spent on sending some of these brain cells to the ether verse. But here we are. Oh, man, somebody just turned on the air conditioner and I fucking came. Whew, I needed it, man. It's hot as balls in here. We are bringing you Metal-O-Mania tonight from the surface of the sun. But thank you guys for hanging out with us again. That was, of course, Freakings from Switzerland. Looking forward to talking to those guys. And you know what? Oh, we got something coming up for you next, man. I heard of I Kill Ya from our buddy Tim Swisher, man, our friend from Eyes of the Living. You know, they just did a show with I Kill Ya and a couple other bands recently, including Product of Hate, who we will be hopefully talking to at some point in the near future. We kind of have begun that situation, hopefully, to get them on and talking to us as well. But Tim was talking about the I Kill Ya guys and how badass they were and how cool they were on the show they did recently. I said, man, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pick up the album. So I bought War for an Idea, which is the brand spanking new, I mean brand spanking new third album from I Kill Ya. And I dig it, man. I dig it. It's got a balls to the wall approach to it. It's very riff heavy. It's very speed driven. And, man, it gets you going better than a cup of coffee. Let's check it out right now, man. Burnt Bridges off of the brand new I Kill Ya album. Hope you dig it. We'll be right back.
Singing tales of our conquest and battles we were through were lost. It's a place, money,
right from New York. That's I Kill You with their brand new album, War for an Idea. You're going to want to go ahead and pick that up, man. And I'm telling you, the albums are coming at you. Like I said, they are flying at you left and right, man. There's brand new badass metal happening right now. The scene is on fire. And we are getting lots of submissions sent to us all the time. And I got to tell you, I love it. Keep it coming. We'll take it. We'll keep listening to it. We'll get it out there one way or another. You know, some things might not be perfect for this show because, you know, we do kind of do the thrashy, deathy thing on this show in particular. But that doesn't mean it's not right for the radio station itself, too. You know, you might want to send it in. You know, Bongwood might like it if it's some hardcore stuff. Gonzo might want to play it on his show if you got some, you know, some glam to it. So, you know, don't be afraid to send it in to us, man. We'll slot it in and find a way to play it. And that is what's cool about our radio station, if you ask me. We got different genres that we're trying to hit, man. We're trying to make a slot available to you. Hopefully more than one will appeal to you, but at least one should appeal to you. All right, but again, shout out to the I Kill You guys, man. We're going to reach out to them. I believe Scully is actually in contact with them as well. Maybe get them in, talk to them dudes. Based on Tim Swisher's recommendation, because we love Tim. If Tim recommended that we talk to, you know, Satan, well, fuck, I'd want to talk to Satan anyway, to be honest with you. But based on Tim's recognition, we love that dude like that. We would fucking do it. So, but moving on, actually, I'm going to get to the break. I'm kind of trying not to take too much time in the first hour of the show tonight because I want to get Infernäl Mäjesty on here. I want to give them plenty of time to talk to you guys, tell you about the new album, tell you about where they're going to be and what they're doing. And to that end, let's go into the break now. You know, if you follow the show every week, we do like to stick a little thick piece in the middle of the show for you where I can run downstairs and throw nickels at the hookers on Route 1 for a little bit, and you guys can get some back-to-back jams. We do like to throw little comedy pieces in there as well. I hope you guys dig that, man. I really enjoy doing it. And I'm not going to stop doing it, so I hope you like it. But but for our break tonight, actually, we got some German thrash to kick it off, man. Days of Grace got a brand new album out, and it's their first album in a decade. Their last album came out in 2007. This one just came out literally a couple weeks ago, and the album's called Logos. It was worth the wait. It's badass. We're going to open the break by listening to Polyhero from them. And then our old school jam of the week, man, I'm going to give a shout out to Tim Doherty, Into the Pit guys. Love you guys. We talked a little bit about King Diamond and Merciful Fate this week. Bobby Leatherlungs on my Facebook page. I hope you're watching, man. Who kicked off the Merciful Fate versus King Diamond debate on his page earlier. That was pretty fun to participate in. I dig that post. I love that kind of, you know, metal banter. Makes me happy. And from our old school jam, which is Merciful Fate, we're going to play A Dangerous Meeting. Old school, of course. And from that, we're going to go into Memoriam, which is a brand new band. We're actually talking to them guys as well. They're right out of the UK. There's some death metal shredders, man. They were actually originally a tribute band to Bolt Thrower, which I think is fucking badass already. But they have really come into their own with their brand new album called For the Fallen. And we're going to play Reduced to Zero off of that. And you guys hopefully will enjoy it. We're going to go downstairs, hang out for a little bit. We'll be right back. Enjoy the jams until we see you in a second.
and have a good time. And and I'm 39. But to do that, you have to have, like, when you're my age, you have to have younger friends. And I have friends of all ages, older than me too. But the younger ones are the ones that like to go out. And they're the ones that will probably get me killed someday. Because I love my male friends in their early 20s, but guys in their early 20s are maniacs and stupid and indestructible. It's a real fucked up cocktail of a human being, right? Like, my friend was just like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm like, what happened? He's like, oh man, I shotgunned like 3 boxes of wine last night, did some heroin. I'm like, how the fuck are you alive? Like, how? Like, I'll party with these guys, but we're not on the same level at all. Like, I was at South by Southwest this year with a friend of mine, and he's 23, I think, which is an age that still exists, amazingly. And who knew? It's been so long. And we're just not on the same level, right? Like, I was like, oh my God, it's 2:30 in the morning. I'm so tired. And he looks at me and goes, yeah, you're right. We should get some Coke. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Like, at all. I want to sleep in my bed like a man, like a grown man.
because I live with nothing but dudes most of my life. And I'm a grown-ass man, which means I've had grown-ass men roommates, which is grown-ass disgusting, all right? Had a bald roommate before, and I'm not here to make fun of the bald. I got my own situation going on, all right? This story ain't ending well at all. However, a bald roommate is nature's alarm clock. Wake up. Time to move out. Especially if your roommate had hair when you moved in. Wake up, it's over. That dream's done. Me and my girlfriend got our own bed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bed sleepers, anyone sleep in a bed? At night? Oh! Best way to sleep, up in a motherfucking bed. Don't even get me started on blankets. I get in a bed with blankets, I just start sleeping, man. I can't help it. I can't help it. I was sleeping on an air mattress for a while, just like 2 years. When you go to the store and you buy an air mattress to sleep on as your main bed, they should give you a free box of tissues, because that is a sad, sad purchase. On the box, it's like, great for sleepovers and slumber parties and camping trips, but it should be like, great for really bad decisions, economic disasters, divorce, mild drug addiction. Every day is a bad day when you wake up on the wrong side of the floor.
And that was a thunderous break for you right there, buddy. How about that? Some good jams coming at you from Metal-O-Mania to get through your hump day right here with us. And to that end, man, just a quick shout out there, all our fellas out there, man. Another shout out to my man Tim Swisher from Eyes of the Living. We love you guys. We've talked about we're going to get some of their copies of War on Dead from them guys so we can share them with our listeners out there, man, because I'll tell you, it's a fantastic record that you're going to want to have. So if you haven't gotten it already, we will get in touch with you here on upcoming episodes and tell you how to get a copy from us. But why wait? Go get it now. Why wait? But to that end, you know what? Again, one of the most exciting things that I love about doing a Metal-O-Mania show is being able to talk to cool motherfuckers. And to that end, I believe we have Chris from Infernäl Mäjesty on the line with us right now. You there, Chris?
I am here. How's it going?
Fantastic. A lot better now that I'm talking to you, my friend. How are you doing tonight, sir?
That's great to hear. I'm doing good, and we're doing good up here in Canada today.
Yeah, man. I got to tell you, brother, I got my copy of No God the day that it came out. I've been a fan for a while, to be honest with you. You guys been around for more than a couple of minutes. You're no fly-by-night new band, so I was excited to get my hands on it, and I absolutely love it, my friend. Love it.
Oh, that's great to hear. We're really happy to hear that. We really are. We're really excited with the feedback we've been getting from it. So yeah, we're just really happy it turned out the way it did.
Man, yeah, fantastic output, man. We're gonna play a song from these guys for you in just a few minutes here, but I'm excited to have you on the line for a few reasons. One, you guys have been around for a minute. We've talked to a lot of bands that are kind of coming up and emerging on the scene. We've talked to a couple veteran bands, but mostly we talked to brand new bands. You guys have been around for a second. I got to ask you, most bands tell us their influences are like the early 80s thrash stuff, but you guys were already jamming then. So who were your influences, man? What made you a metalhead?
Well, for me, going back to the very beginning, when I was a kid, first walked into a Walmart with my parents, and I bought Kiss Love Gun. Yeah. That's basically what started it for me. That grew my search, kind of. You're listening to Kiss is basically all you're listening to, but then you get to an age and you go, there's got to be more out there than Kiss. And I found like Judas Priest and Sabbath, and the search still continued. And then one day, listening to one of those late night FM radio stations, I heard Venom, Welcome to Hell.
Oh, life-changing.
And that was something that really, really, changed my whole outlook on music. Immediately went down the next day to our local record store. I think it was a Radio Shack at the time in my hometown of Port Hope. And I bought Welcome to Hell, and that led to, that was the very beginning for me. Picked up shortly after that. I think a year later, Slayer came out, Show No Mercy, and that was my new music that basically I devoted my listening to. Hellhammer came out, when Bathory came out with their first album.
Oh, yeah.
That was just one of the exciting times about back then. This new music was coming out that you'd never even heard before. There was nothing like it, and, in some ways I definitely miss those days.
Oh, you and me both, my friend. You and me both. It's hard to quite explain to some of the younger guys we talk to just how wide open the scene was back then, man. It was crazy, when the...
It is, and when you went into a record store, sometimes you might have read in a magazine about a band and heard some great things and stuff, but a lot of the times you were just looking at a record cover.
Right.
And you didn't have a clue. Maybe the guy behind the counter working at the record store might have had some insight, but other than that, you were just going in blind every time, judging the album by the cover, literally. So it was quite, you just don't have what you have today where you can hear the song 1,000 times before you decide to buy the album,
Right. And we lost something along that way, in my opinion, Now, granted...
Yeah, no doubt. That is definitely, one of those things that, it's just part of our history, and it's part of the history of the music as it's progressed, and we're into the social media age now.
Yeah, the next generation will know nothing about holding up CD in their hand and reading the artwork, and
I guess it's coming that way, no doubt. The day will come when the CD is definitely but then the CD will have its renaissance like the vinyl did. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Right. Oh, and not to brag, I got a fantastic vinyl collection. I got to tell you.
Yeah, me too. I'm very proud of mine.
Yes, indeed, man.
Yeah, I can relate, brother. Yeah.
We're from the early era, brother. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you guys have been doing it for a long, long time, man. I noticed, I've been doing my homework on you, of course. I've been a fan for a long time, but I've been doing my homework in particular the last couple of days. You went through some early name changes, settled on Infernäl Mäjesty, and then left it all behind, brother. Rock and roll, What's it been like touring all over the place?
if as far as like coming up with the name Infernal Majesty goes, going way back to the beginning, originally we started when we first got together, which going right back to the beginning, and I'm putting together, it's going to take a while. It's going to be a couple more years yet because I'm getting a lot of information, but I'm putting a book together on the whole history of the band and all that stuff.
Oh, awesome.
But going right back to the very beginning after applying for an ad in the Toronto Star newspaper ad in the classified section, jamming to Rick Nemes over the phone, singing some Slayer lyrics to him and all that, and then having me come down to the studio, and been with them ever since. But going back to those early beginnings, we were originally called Lord Satan's Disciples, or LSD, and that's the name we had stuck. Yeah, well, we're putting the demo together and stuff. But then we got thinking about it a little more, and we thought, well, maybe that's just a little too much of a mouthful. That might be a little overkill. So we changed it to Overlord. And Psycho, the bass player at the time, was in the middle of writing a song called Overlord about the D-Day invasion and whatnot that we just celebrated here yesterday, everybody. Got a logo drawn up for that and the whole bit, and yeehaw, we're Overlord now. And then when rehearsal, Rick Nemes came in and said, guys, we got a problem. There's already another band called Overlord.
Oh, shit.
So back to the drawing board. And we went back to because we were back then, heavily into reading, the Satanic Bible and all that kind of stuff. So with a lot of the research we were doing and the interests that we were just already in back then, Infernal Majesty popped out like a sore thumb, and we just went, you know what, this is us. We are Infernal Majesty, and that's how we finally came to be Infernal Majesty. So in hindsight, with some of the name changes, things worked out pretty good, and this is where we've gone from ever since. We've had our ups and downs, but we're still giving her.
Yeah, hey, that's right, man. You got to stick the nose to the ground. Well, and that's something impressive about Infernal Majesty is that, the core three members of you guys have been together pretty much since the beginning, right?
Yeah, me, Steve, and Ken, we're like family. Sometimes you may have your disagreements, but in the end, blood's thicker than water, and we work things out. So working with Steve and Ken, it's just like a hockey team in some ways that, you've played with for years. You just know where everybody's going to be. You know what they're thinking, and, we just really hunkered down and put our collective energy together on this one and said, let's do something a little different than what we did in the past, and at the same time, let's try to bring in some elements that were missing from the last two albums that weren't quite as obvious. Let's bring in elements from our roots back into this album and put a new twist on it. And I think that recipe worked out pretty good for us this time.
Absolutely. The song structure on the new album is very... you hate to use the word clean when you're talking about a good, fantastic, deathy record, but, it's just very solidly structured. It's produced perfectly. I mean, the sound quality on it is fantastic. The musicianship shines through. I think it's just a quality record, man. I play it to death.
Thank you so much. Well, we really, really do appreciate that.
Absolutely. And we actually, when it first came out, we played the title track off of the song when the record first came out on our show here. And we got great responses from our listeners on it, man. I got to tell you. So we're very excited to be able to get you back on and talk to you.
That's my favorite song off the album. I love End of the World, The Undead. And we chose that because we wanted to just, right out of the chute, boom, just let's start off with this. This is definitely the opening song.
It brings the hammer.
And, geez, he just hits you over the head with a hammer. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And that's one of the fantastic things about the record, man. It really is, So what, in support of No God, what do you guys got lined up as far as where you're going to be? Are you going to make it into the States at all? Is it mostly a Canadian tour at this point?
We're trying to just get all these dots connected right now. We're hoping to get down into South America. Obviously, playing in the States is one of our highest priorities. The only time we've ever played the States was years ago at Blondie's in Detroit. I don't even know if Blondie's is even open anymore in Detroit. The fans in Detroit, if they'd have better information on that, but that was the only time we played the States. So being that you are like our closest neighbors, our best friends, we would just totally love to get something going coast to coast down there. So we're working on that. We ran into a little bit of a pickle with the timing of the album because, we've had, a 10-year hiatus before anything had been released.
Right.
And all the trials and tribulations that go on with that. We had a lot of uncertainties about not even knowing when the release date was going to be. With this album here, we produced it ourselves, we recorded it ourselves. We attempted to mix ourselves, but we just weren't quite getting to where we wanted it. And after Steve really put a lot into it, and he was just getting so close, but he was the first to admit that, I think we're going to have to, as much time as we put into this, we're going to have to call in some people with some higher, better professional help.
Right, the audio gods. We call them the audio gods.
Yes, that's it. That's the ones we called upon, exactly. So the gods that answered were Chris Hollywood Holmes. He's got just an amazing resume, and plus he's been a long-time friend of the band. And while we were attempting to mix it ourselves, actually, he was helping us with info and hints and stuff like that. But eventually we turned it over to him, and thank goodness we did, because he really came through for us beyond our expectations. So
awesome.
A lot went into it, and we're just happy to have it done.
Right, we're happy to get it out there. Right after all that. Well,
to get it out there, you got her. So right now, like I say, we're just trying to connect the dots, and we're hoping to have some major announcements soon on where we're going to be touring. And like I was saying before, we want to get down to South America, we want to get in the States, and we want to get, of course, back to Europe as well.
Oh, yeah, got to do Europe. I mean, Europe has become a mandatory part of any tour right now for record sales, for, the metal scene over there is on fire right now, so... got to get out there.
It's just always been that, one destination that, you really want to make sure you do the European thing. And the last time we're there was in 1998, so it's been way too long for us. So, like I say, between getting down into the States and over to Europe, they're basically our highest priorities right now.
Absolutely. I hope you get close to me. I'll be there, brother. You and me will have a beer after that show.
I can't wait.
We'll have a Labatt's, right? We'll have a Labatt's. No.
Absolutely.
But I got to tell you, that's what makes this record all the more impressive, is that there was that hiatus before No God came out. So for it to be so fresh and so aggressive and so precise, and it's very hungry album. It's very it really comes at you. It's an impressive record.
We didn't want to sound dated, and like I was saying before, we wanted to bring in elements of our roots, but at the same time, we didn't want it to sound dated. And so we really worked and thought a lot about the song structure, and the big word was flow and atmosphere. We wanted to make sure it had the atmosphere we were looking for, and we wanted the songs to flow. We you know what I mean? We wanted to be able to, get you out of your chair and on your feet, and we wanted to be able to have you bang your head to the songs at the same time. There is a little bit of a, we're not getting preachy with the album, but it is a little bit more preachy than our other albums. The album is in some ways a little political in some ways, and it's definitely more of a reflection of our own mindset in this album, with the lyrics and stuff like that as well. Of course, we're always dealing in the dark side and the darkness of, the dark side, the nature of humankind and whatnot.
Right.
And of course, we didn't forget about Satan on this album either.
Better not.
Definitely go off into some more different territories with this one too. So I hope people can appreciate some of the lyrical content on the album as well.
Oh, I think the lyrical content is interesting just for starters, but it's deep. It's it's what metal's all about, man. I mean, you guys have really caught what metal's all about, in my opinion, and put it in a bottle on this record. So it's my prediction this album's just going to blaze across the world.
That.
Yeah, man. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Fantastic. So, and speaking on that, you brought up the other guys in the band. I don't see a permanent bass player listed on your page as of this moment. Who you got playing bass for you right now?
Yeah, we do actually. Now he came in a little bit late with we were finishing up the very last song, like literally the recording of the last song, when we finally found our bass player. When we started working on the album, we hadn't found Kyle yet, and we hadn't found our bass player yet. But we're writing the album anyways. Let's start writing the album. So. Eventually, though, we found Kyle, and he was able to come in and do the drums for us. But as far as the recording of the bass on the album, Steve and Kenny took over the bass jobs of recording on the album.
Wow.
Splitting the songs up between them 4 and 4. So Daniel Nargang of Kickaxe is our current bass player, our full-time bass player, and he will be with us on the road.
Awesome.
And he will also, for all intents and purposes, we can't foresee anything otherwise, be playing on the next album as well.
Fantastic.
So he was a little late coming into the fold, but we finally got him on board, and I can honestly say, in my personal humble opinion, this is our probably strongest lineup we've had since our debut came out.
Fantastic. Well, I tell you what, it's going to be a strong lineup supporting a strong record. You know, I think that makes for a strong upcoming year for Infernal Majesty, my friend. I really do. Really do.
I appreciate that, and we're hoping for many more to come too. We really laid down the foundation for a lot more music to come. I can promise everybody listening right now that it will not be 10 years before the next album comes out after the follow-up to No God.
All right, you heard that, guys. Hey, you know this is recorded. I'm going to hold you to it, man. I'm going to hold you to it.
You bet. Make sure you do. You do.
You know, I remember my buddy.
No, I'll give you the Bailey guarantee on that.
All right. I got it and recorded now, so I'm going to play it back for you.
That's right.
You know, I still think back to years ago. I grew up with this guy named Glenn. I don't want to put his last name out there, but a buddy of ours named Big Glenn, who was kind of one of the first guys of our little group that was getting into more and more aggressive music and, you know, dragging us along with him. And, you know, as we also made the journey from Kiss to the hard stuff, you know, to the Venom and the Slayer.
Right.
You know, my journey through music is very much like what you just described earlier. But I'll never forget Glenn telling me years ago, man, you got to check out these fucking Infernal Majesty guys, man. They're killing it. They're doing it. And, man, been a fan since.
Well, it's so interesting to hear that because I think so many of us did take that same path growing up, and I really like the sound of your friend Glenn, man. We'll have to definitely meet sometime and all hook up. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a good dude. I'm sure he's home listening right now and just loving that you just said his name. So that's good stuff.
Right on.
But I'll tell you what, Chris, if it's all right with you, brother, what I'd like to do is play the song. Tonight we're gonna play "In God You Trust" off of the new record, and I promise this is the second of what will be many that we're gonna play off of this record going forward. Because again, we're big fans of it here at Metal-O-Mania. But what I'd like to do, if you have a few minutes, can you hang with me while we play the song, and we'll talk a little bit more after the song's over?
You bet. Oh, yes, I'm here as long as you need me for.
Fantastic. That's what I want to hear. I appreciate it, Chris, very much, brother. So I'm going to put you on hold for just a second here, and I'm going to tell our listeners out there, you guys, man, again, you know, we get to talk to awesome musicians, awesome people that play awesome music, man. So support them, guys, and let me give you a reminder why you should support kick-ass bands, in particular Infernal Majesty. Let's check out a song brand new from them right now, "In God You Trust," and we'll be talking to Chris again when we get back.
Close their eyes to find that place. Their helplessness fades
I got one fucking word for you, and that is brutal. Brutal. God damn it, I love that fucking album. I'm not kidding. You got to get it. You guys got to get it. If you're fans of the good hard stuff, man, I'm telling you got to get the brand new Infernäl Mäjesty album. It is just truly fantastic. It's a work of art. I'm not gonna lie to you. It feels to me like what you used to get back in the early days of metal when you would hear it and say, "This is an instant fucking masterpiece right here." That is how No God feels to me listening to it right now. So you guys got to pick it up. I'm telling you. And luckily, I think we still got Chris on the line with us. You still with me, sir?
I'm still here.
Fantastic, man. I love this record. I could literally just, not let you talk and just tell you how much I love the record for the next 20 minutes, man, because I'm a big fan, brother.
We really appreciate that, my friend. We really do.
But, a very important thing, of course, obviously in today's music world, we talked a little bit earlier about how much the scene has changed over the years as different technology has taken root, and that, social media being what it is today. Social media is a necessary poison. So to that end, tell everybody out there in listener land how they can follow your band and stay on top of you guys in the social media world.
Well, definitely stop in 2, 3, even 4 times a day and check us out on Facebook. We're always throughout the day and evening posting something and, keeping fans up informed on what we're up to and stuff. So definitely come give us a like on Facebook. We're on Instagram, of course, Infernal Mäjesty Official. A lot of people tell us we got a wicked Instagram page.
Awesome.
It's uniquely infernal, I will tell you that. Plus, I got some of my own photos I put up there. I've got a little side hobby. I like to take pictures and stuff, so I squeeze those in as well.
Awesome.
On the Instagram page. Of course, we're always sending out tweets on Twitter and building up the following on there. And, that's basically where we're hunkered down at, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Oh, and, of course, definitely come and subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. The new No God video, I'm literally finishing it up right now, and it'll be coming out soon. Signs of Evil lyric video, we just got put up there right now, so it's up there.
Awesome.
And the House of War, the official music video, the first one that's also out on a single, that can be gotten through High Roller Records, with a bonus B-side track called False Flag, 7-inch custom single. So all that's up there on our YouTube channel for sure. So I would definitely come subscribe to us on our channel as well to see what we're up to. We're always posting. And we got some playthroughs that will be coming up soon too that Steve and Kenny are doing of some of the songs. So that's something to look forward to too. So you definitely, again, want to get to our YouTube channel and check us out.
I'm going to do that tonight as soon as I get home, my friend. YouTube is a necessarily evil also. I always forget about YouTube, to be honest with you, but I am going to subscribe to your channel tonight.
It is a necessary evil. That's a perfect way to describe it, a necessary evil, yes.
Yep. It almost feels funny. I hate putting episodes of the show on there, but you want to so people see it, but then you feel like, well, shit, I want you to come to our website and watch it, and, it's a tough one. It's a tough way to maneuver through these damn social media age.
It is. It's a sign of the times that we're living in now with the social media. And, it was just before our last album came out, before we kind of went astray for a while, One Who Points to Death. We were the social media atmosphere was just kind of really starting to take hold then. So we've been away from it for a bit. But like I said, we're thoroughly engaged now, trying to spread our reach. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I am not good at Instagram, so my son runs my Instagram page for me, so I'm gonna have to definitely get more involved in that. It sounds like so. Got to do the Instagram thing. But also very important. Tell everybody how to buy the record. No God, I'm telling you out there, if you guys are listening, and you got to get it. Tell everybody where's the best place to go buy the record from.
Well, you can start.
Nope.
And shopping for it there, and CD or the vinyl. Plus, there's posters and stuff like that. But if you're not there, you can also go to Amazon. You can get it at Target. You can get it at Best Buy. And even Everybody's Music in Cincinnati.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
You can get it.
We're showing everybody a picture of it.
It's out there to be had through some stores, and definitely order it. You can also download it if you want via our Bandcamp page, where you actually get the booklet as well, or you can get it on iTunes or Spotify. So it should be fairly easy to find if you want to find it. Yeah.
Awesome. And it's worth finding, you guys, man. I'm telling you, it definitely is.
I agree.
Well, man, I got to tell you, I truly appreciate you taking some time to spend a little bit of it with us here at Metal-O-Mania tonight, man. It's greatly appreciated. the record is just so darn good, man, that I'm happy as shit to get you on there with me to talk about it a little bit. We really appreciate one word.
It's been a great pleasure. My great pleasure. Anytime, I'd be happy to come back for sure. And I know Steve and Kenny would love to come on sometime too and have a chat with you guys anytime. So we're always available, brother. We're always available.
We'd love to talk to those guys as well. And I got to tell you, I intend to play several songs off of this record going forward, my friend. So, and I don't know if you.
Awesome.
We actually just launched a 24-hour website radio station playing metal 24 hours a day recently too. So I am going to put some of that in the rotation on there as well, man. Make sure we get it out there, man. Got to spread the word. When good metal happens, you got to spread the word.
I'll be stopping there myself to check it out as well because I'm always listening to metal as usual and always trying to find stuff that I haven't heard before. So I'll be definitely checking it out, and I'm sure you'll be playing some of the classics too, no doubt.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We like to cover all bases in the metal.
Awesome. I'll be there.
Awesome. I'm going to hold you to it, man. I'm going to hold you to the new record in less than 10 years. I'm going to hold you to checking out our radio station, and I'm going to hold you to one last thing, my brother, before I let you go. I got to get it from you.
Sure.
Little Infernäl Mäjesty love for Metal-O-Mania, if you don't mind, my friend.
Sure, no doubt. Absolutely. Okay, let's see how we do here. I'm going to fire one out right now. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is Chris from Infernäl Mäjesty, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with The Crypt.
I fucking love it, brother. You guys rule, man. Great shit, man. I got to tell you, as much as I love the record, I've loved talking to you just as much, my friend. Good shit. You and me got to party together someday, brother.
I can't wait, and I'll be looking forward to that, and I will definitely hold you to that.
Awesome. All right, see, look, we making promises tonight on Metal-O-Mania, baby. Well, Chris, man, I really appreciate your time very much. I hope you do hang with us for the rest of the show tonight. We do got a couple more great jams that we're going to play for everybody. And we will talk again in the very near future.
I'll be with you guys right till the end.
Awesome. Thank you, bud. I really do appreciate it, man, very much. And to our listening audience.
Take care, all.
Yes, sir. You fucking rule, man. You guys fucking rule. And to our listening audience, go right now. Find them on your Facebook page. Find them on their social media. Get their record. You really want to follow these guys. And as you can tell, again, talking to them, that's a cool motherfucker, man, making cool-ass music, dude. You got to love motherfuckers like that, right? Those people and the music that they're making right now is why we are taking over the fucking world again right now. Infernäl Mäjesty, part of the new brigade. Part of the old brigade and part of the new brigade. But you know what? Let's move on and play another song for you guys real quick. And I'm going to go get myself a little situated, get something to drink, maybe something liquored, don't know. But what I got next for you is some Extinction, actually. They got a badass debut album, another debut album. We're playing lots of debut metal tonight. And up next, we got Extinction for you. They are from Italy. We've got a lot of friends and bands that we talk to in Italy these days. We love them all. Shout out to Kings Will Fall. We love you guys. And to that end, let's play The Monarch Slaves is the brand new album from Extinction. And let's play False Preachers off of it right now for you. Thanks for hanging out with us at Metal-O-Mania.
Crucified
Extinction. A little Extinction for you, man. Badass new album from them guys as well. Good stuff. Good stuff. Metal is blowing up on the scene right now, man. And again, a shout out to my brother Chris from Infernäl Mäjesty, man. Really enjoyed talking with that guy, man. You know, the more I talk to these dudes, the more I love about all of them. You know, you become a fan of not just the music, but of the people making it, the people behind the scenes making the music. And one of the fun things about doing this show is making those contacts with people like that. And on that topic, I want to talk a little bit about my friends right here. My friends Hangman's Park, right out of Washington State. Good friends of ours, man. We have been back and forth with these dudes at this point for a long time. They're not just musicians to me at this point. They're not just guys out there making music over on the other side of the country, but they're friends of mine. I consider them friends of mine. We talk, you know what I mean? Max in particular was somebody who was very hitting me up during my knee surgery, asking how things were going, you know, stuff like that. You know, on a personal level, these dudes are awesome. And musically, they're just as fucking awesome. So, man, that's a double combo you can't find everywhere, man. And we appreciate them here. We appreciate them being our friends. We appreciate the shirts. And I got to tell you, as good as I look in mine, Scully looks a hell of a lot better in hers, you know, and we'll make sure we put some pictures on her fucking Facebook since you guys love it so much, you fucking perverts. But thank you guys. Thank you, Max. Thank you, Michael Irvin, you guys out there with Hangman's Park. We're real big fans. And we are very happy to tell you we are going to play a brand new song from them right now for you. Brand new. They're putting together a record called Greed Machine. We will be playing parts of it as it becomes available. As you know, if you follow the show, we've talked to these guys and we interviewed them about a month ago. We played their song Jaws on the show before, which I think is fantastic. Bongwood loved it. You know, Bongwood was sitting here with a big raging erection when we came back from break. That was hard to hide from you guys. I apologize that you had to see that. But let's check out some brand new fucking Hangman's Park right now. You guys are really going to fucking dig this, man. They got such a real freshness to them. I think this song is fantastic. I've been singing it all fucking week since they sent it to me. Let's put it in your head right now. We're going to follow it up with some Magna Cult, and we'll be right back. Check out Hangman's Park Justified. Love you guys.
This is Patrick,
Mike, Max, Cody, and we're Hangman's Park, and you're watching
I clutch to my weakness, serrating its greatness, that's burning. I broke my back.
You
my
broke
back is broken.
Hey, sorry. I got the jams in my head. Oh, yeah. Well, you got to bear with me out there in radio listener land because I just got locked off the second floor. Went down to smoke a cigarette and had a terrible time getting back into the studio, actually. They were trying to lock me out of here, man. But I'm going to catch my breath while I talk to you a little bit. First of all, shout out Hangman's Park. Love you guys. Hope you dug the little Mike Tyson piece I stuck in there. I thought that was pretty damn funny. And, Hangman's Park broke his back. So they're hard like that, brother. And we love that song. We love those guys. Thank you for hanging out with us, man. Max, you and I will talk later tonight. But before we move on we're getting to the tail end, and I'm trying to rush through. I know we're on time, but whew, I'm out of breath. But I want to talk a little bit about the Draw the Crypt contest, you guys. We're having a Draw the Crypt contest. And it's very important that you know a few things, I guess, that maybe I've been poor to communicate. You don't have to draw the drawing of the picture I'm posting on Facebook about it. You can be creative. You can do whatever you want. I am personally kind of picturing kind of a mismatched cartoon thing of myself with the Crypt Keeper and a zombie kind of drawn into it. But I kind of do want a full character. I want him to have legs, you know, and I'll be honest with you, I'm going to get a fucking tattoo of it. The winning suggestion, the winning submission, we're going to give you $250 in cash, first of all. Can't go wrong with cash in your pocket. We're going to do an interview with the artist right here on our July 12th episode of Metal-O-Mania so that we can give him or her some love and tell them how much we appreciate their art. And then we are going to give them a best of Metal-O-Mania flash drive with some great music we've played. And of course, the Crypt's eternal love and praise. I'll get the tattoo of it somewhere on me. I don't know where yet. I'm going to get Metal-O-Mania here. We're actually talking to a couple of tattoo shops that might want to sponsor the Metal-O-Mania show. And I'm hoping that we're going to get a nice bloody Metal-O-Mania right here somewhere in the negotiations. So, but more on that to come. But Draw the Crypt, get those submissions into us. We would like for you to email them to crypt@metal-o-mania.com, or you can send them to scully@metal-o-mania.com, or you can just not send them to anywhere. But if you do that, you're probably not going to get paid. So, you know, send them to what?
Say it again, the Crypt.
The Crypt, right? The Crypt. The Crypt at metal-o-mania.com. And get your submissions to me, you guys. Let's fucking celebrate the artists out there, man. Again, I say it every week, and I won't harp on it too much this week, but one of the things that makes metal cool is not just the music, but the art that goes with it. You know, like Chris from Infernäl Mäjesty talked about when we were talking a little bit ago. You know, the art used to be so prevalent in the scene that we chose the albums we bought based on the art, you know. And that's a pretty serious and deep history of the metal art that goes along with the music. It's just, in my opinion, one of the things that makes it cool. So let's go ahead and cartoon up the Crypt, man. And I intend to use it. Whatever your winning suggestion, I'm going to use it on our website. I'm going to use it to make little cool ads and graphics and that kind of thing. I will give our artist constant love and recognition for being the artist behind the ultimate winner. So moving on, but we'll talk more about that on Facebook, you guys. And if you're not on our Facebook page, please go over there and join the group. I've been less active on the page itself and more active on the group. I just, the interactiveness of it I prefer. But I'll try to do better about doing the page as well. But get on there, join it. Follow the show, man. Let's get on. Join the metal movement with us. Check out the radio station if you get a chance. 24/7 music. I'll do my best to get the schedule out to you on Facebook so that you know what blocks of music might be best suited for you. But get in there and support them. Support Gonzo, support Ballwood, support the metal thing. We are going to play a couple more songs for you real quick. What I got next for you is actually Midnight. These dudes are death metalers out of Cleveland. They got a brand new album called Shocks of Violence. That's SHOX of Violence. And I believe Scully's talking to these guys as well, man. Again, we put Scully out there, and all of a sudden the bands are just hitting us left and right again. They were already doing that, but it's tripled since we put Scully out in the forefront. So we love these guys, Midnight. The fucking new album is pretty badass. Let's check out a piece of it right now, Death Scream, and we'll be right back.
Abuse,
Death Scream from your mouth. Death Scream. I fucking love that album, actually, man. Shocks of Violence, I listen to it, and I feel like I'm in 1987 fucking listening to brand new, something back then that it's got that cool, brand new feel with the nod to the old shit, man, and I love it. I love it. I love it. Looking forward to talking to those guys as well. Well, we are to the final break of the show, you guys, and I'm very sad about that because I want to just hang out and do this shit with you guys all night. Talking to guys like Chris Bailey from Infernäl Mäjesty and playing music from the guys from Hangman's Park and shit, man, I fucking love it, man. I love it. I love doing it. I love every aspect of it, man. This is most people might not realize out there, this is a project of passion that we've started here. It started with me and Gonzo talking to our producer about, hey, man, let's do a metal show, dude, see what happens. And we've put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it, a lot of money into it, to be honest with you. But it's fucking worth it, man, because we're doing something that I feel like is important. Some of you out there might not have heard Hangman's Park without us, might not have heard even the new Infernäl Mäjesty without us. I like to think that we're a conduit bringing you guys the fresh, the new, the shit that you might be overlooking. You guys got busy lives, especially in the crazy political climate we live in right now. I'm not going to get into any of that shit, but there's plenty of that bickering left, right, and all that kind of stuff on all your social media. This is the place I want you to come to for your reprieve from all that. Come here, let's have some fun, let's play some fucking badass metal together. Hopefully I'll turn you guys on to some shit that you really, really like that you might not have heard otherwise. Let me be the guy that climbs and crawls through all the brand new music for you so that I can make sure you get to check it out and fucking enjoy it. And maybe, hopefully support these artists, man. If you like the record, cough up the $7, man. You got more than that in your couch cushions right now. You can get the Eyes of the Living album for fucking, what's in your coffee mug thing in your car. You can get the fucking Infernäl Mäjesty, for change you're going to lose throughout the course of the week. Make that money count, man. Throw it at your artist. If you support these artists with a little bit of coin, you get more art. That's the way it works. So support them. Get out there, buy that Infernäl Mäjesty, No God. I promise you it's worth it. I'll never sit here in this chair and tell you to go buy something that I don't believe in. I just won't play it. But the No God is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. The Kings Will Fall. We talk about them guys every week. That Thrash Force One record, even though I'm crazy busy trying to listen to music, I listen to that record once a week, start to finish, because it's that good. It's deserving of that, much listened in your household. You should check it out. And that goes for a lot of the guys. Again, the Eyes of the Living guys. I'm sure many of you, I tend to not mention the Power Trip and the Revel Siren, some of those, because they're really getting a lot of the big recognition is starting to happen for them right now. But there's a lot more bands that deserve of it. So get out there and support them, man. It's worth it. Stone them and the guys Solitary, them Solitary guys I just saw, they're on a big European tour right now, man. People are loving the new record. Just thrills me to the bone for awesome musicians out there doing their thing. So I appreciate you guys hanging out for us. Don't forget to listen to the Metal-O-Mania. That's metal-o-mania.com for 24-hour hard rock and metal, man. Don't forget to check us out. Support the station. We can keep it on the air if you guys are supporting it. And I'd like to do that. I'd like to keep it on the air. I think it's a new outlet that needs to exist. It needs to be in the world. So let's do it. Again, if you want to email the Crypt or Bongwood or Gonzo or Scully, it's the Crypt, Bongwood, Gonzo, or Scully at metal-o-mania.com. You can email us all. We're more than glad to talk to you about it. Don't forget, we have Magna Cult, who we played a song from tonight. We're going to have an interview with them guys next week. We're looking forward to talking to them as well. Really great new album from them dudes. Fantastic. Don't forget about the Draw the Crypt contest as well. And on a final note for the night, something very personal to the Crypt, I want to send out a happy birthday to my mama. Yep, that's right. The Crypt's birthday, Mom's birthday is this Friday night. We're going to take her out and get her drunk. That's what we do in the Crypt family. That's how we celebrate. We go get drunk together. But I love you, Mama, very much. Thank you for hanging out. She watches the show even though she doesn't even like heavy metal. So I love you, Mama. Happy birthday to you. And much love to all of you guys out there just for hanging out with us, man. We really appreciate it. We're going to continue to do the metal thing here at Metal-O-Mania. We got big plans to branch off. We're going to, we're in the talks right now of building another studio where we can bring in other shows that you can watch and not just hear, in particular the Bongwood show and the Gonzo show. So stick with us, man. Big things are happening, and they're happening. They'll happen faster if you hang out with us while we do it. So I cannot tell you guys how much I appreciate it. Again, nod and shout out to Chris from Infernäl Mäjesty for spending some time with us tonight. We really appreciate it. And on that note, let's close the show. We're going to close the show tonight with some Antichrist for you. A brand new album from them as well. It's called Sinful Birth. It is fucking brutal. It is deathy. And it is must own. And it's how we're going to get out of this hump day evening together tonight. Thanks again for hanging out with us. Come back and hang out with us next week. And don't forget, 24/7, metal-o-mania.com. Thank you guys very much. Metal out.
Life's a bitch. She's back in heat.
Fuck me gently with the chainsaw.
She wants to fuck me. She wants my dick in and around her mouth.
Here's a tip from your Uncle Crypt. If there's balls on your chin, there's a dick in your mouth. Don't headbang with your mouth full.
Metal-O-Mania.
This is the Crypt from Metal-O-Mania. Make sure you catch previously aired episodes on demand at www.radiovps.com.
Have a very metal day.
This is Tim, Chris. This is Mike. You're listening to The Crypt with Eyes of the Living on Metal-O-Mania.
That's all, bitches.
Metal-O-Mania on Radio VPS.
You're listening to the best Radio VPS.